So is a gas grill better or is a charcoal grill better? I'm gonna go over the pros and cons of each, as well as doing a blind taste test to see if I can tell the difference of something cooked on a charcoal grill or a gas grill. I can already hear the charcoal crew coming with their pitchforks. You really can't beat the convenience of a gas grill. You can take the cover off, light it, and be ready to cook all in about 10 minutes. If you need to do a basic clean, you just turn up all the burners up onto high and it gets it pretty good. But with charcoal, it's a little bit more involved. You have to light the charcoal, wait about 15 minutes, put the charcoal in the grill, wait for it to preheat and for the bad smoke to burn off before you can cook. And all told, it's usually about 30 minutes from start to finish. And that time is time well spent, assuming you want to pour yourself a cold one. But if you're busy making dinner and you need to get back to all the other things that you have to do today, a gas grill is much easier to manage. And that ease extends to temperature control. If you need to adjust the temperature on a gas grill, you can do it with a simple turn of a knob. You turn them up to get it hotter, you turn them down to make it a little bit cooler. But when it comes to a charcoal grill, it's more like driving a stick shift instead of an automatic. It all comes down to how big the fire is, what the vent settings are, is your lid up or down, and you have to know what and when to make all those changes in order to be able to adjust the temperature and get the right cook. And one of the most convenient things about having a gas grill is in a lot of places like apartments, they'll ban the use of charcoal and wood or open flames. You're limited to gas or electric. In my case, in the wintertime, the air is often bad and we get a burn ban, which means having a gas grill is way better than having no grill at all. And if you look at the cost between charcoal and propane, there is a clear winner. I can fill up a 20-pound propane tank for about $15 in my area, but a 20-pound bag of charcoal, of good charcoal mind you, is between $15 and $20. But I can get a lot more cooks out of $20 on a gas grill than I can with $20 worth of charcoal. And sure, you could go with a little bit cheaper charcoal, but a lot of those burn up really fast, or they have some off-putting flavors, and they're not good eats. And you can trust me on that because I have tested a lot of different charcoal brands. And when it comes to the grill purchase, you can do just about anything you want on a Weber Kettle Premium for $240. But you'd have a really hard time finding a gas grill at that same price point that you would want to have around for a few years. That said, Monument Grills has done a pretty solid job providing a decent product at a given price point. This one right here is a 4-burner. It sells for just under $300. You'd be hard pressed to find anything else like that. In fact, when I do my taste test, I'm gonna grill it on this Monument grill and get a good sear on that steak. If you're looking at more expensive brands, thinking of Weber or Napoleon, it's more in the $500 to $1,000 range. And sure, you could go to the hardware store or outside of your local Walmart, and you'd be able to find some grills for only maybe a couple $100, but a lot of those are only gonna last a season or two, and the experience of grilling on them is gonna be pretty miserable. So when it comes to gas grills, you wanna spend a little bit more money just to make sure that you get that quality. Now, when you look at utility, gas grills will work somewhere between 250 and 600 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's about it. It's just for baking, roasting, and grilling in most applications. Now, a lot of gas grills are set up now that you can put in a flat top griddle, which increases the use of it by a long shot, because now anything you can cook in a skillet, you can also cook on your gas grill. When you look at the charcoal grill, you can do just about any cook that you would want, all the way down from cold smoking cheese at less than 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You can do smoky, low and slow barbecue, all the way up to 1,000-degree sears on a steak, and everything in between. Now, if I could only have one grill, I would be pretty sad, but the charcoal grill could cook anything that I wanted. And when it comes to flavor, a wise man once said, taste the meat and not the heat. And Traeger had a wildly successful advertising campaign about a guy who was cooking and his food tasted like gas. So how big is the difference really? In order to be able to test that, I cooked 2 steaks that came from the same rib roast. One of them I seared up on a gas grill, and the other one I set up on the charcoal grill for high temperature searing. And I cooked them both to the best of my ability, and they both came out medium rare. Then I asked Mrs. GTE to bring out 3 plates where 2 of them had pieces from one of the grill, and one of the plates had pieces from the other. Now, she didn't tell me which one was which. I didn't know which one had 2 and which one had 1, or what was on any individual plate. And the idea is if I could tell the difference and identify each one, there's a pretty good chance that there's a significant difference between the 2, and it's not just by happen chance that I can tell the difference. I'm gonna go gas, gas, charcoal.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? I'm gonna say the difference was huge. This one did have a little bit more smoky flavor. The other ones are good steaks. It still had a good sear on it. But at the end of the day, I really prefer the smoky steak. Needless to say, I wasn't too surprised by that result. Even my kids like hot dogs that are cooked on a charcoal grill over some that are cooked on a gas grill. Now, after I did that taste test, the rest of my family went and tasted it, and only one person preferred the one on the gas grill. Everyone else preferred what came off the charcoal grill. Like most people, I started off grilling on a gas grill, and over time I was looking for that real flavor of wood and charcoal and switched over to charcoal. But they can be pretty intimidating, especially for someone who's just starting out. So I created this beginner's guide that goes over some of the basic cook setups as well as vent settings, so that way you can hit the ground running and be successful and get some of that amazing smoky flavor.